Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another This Might Hurt. I hope you all are doing well. I am doing this video a little bit earlier because I am, I don't know, trying something different today. My dogs usually are biting towards the beginning, well, not the beginning or the end, just all during the video. So I'm trying to see if we can't eliminate that from the pattern that we have created here in my home. So like we talked about yesterday, disrupting patterns, right? So I figured while they're still somewhat calm, I'd try doing the video and see if we can't get this out before they start their playful time. And there they go. So I don't know, maybe it's the energy that comes into the room when I'm doing the reading. I don't know, but we'll see. Anywho, happy Friday, and I hope you are looking forward to a great weekend. Got through the week, and I have a tea party I'm going to tomorrow with an Alice in Wonderland theme, so I'm super excited about that. And yeah, 10 of Wands, carrying the burdens. We've seen that a couple times this week, so still feeling like we're carrying burdens, still feeling like what am I going to do with this week? It's this week. Today I'm getting you don't have to accept every gift that's offered to you, right? But when you do, eventually it's going to build up. And, it's the straw that broke the camel's back. So the bird sitting on top is like, hey, what's up? I'm here. The messages are, so if the bird is a message, then it seems like the messages can't come through because you're just in your root chakra. When you're activated, when your root chakra is active, when your amygdala is active, then the prefrontal cortex goes offline and you can't make logical sense of things. But you can feel things. And if you can tap into the feeling, then you can discern what's going on. But feeling like there's too much going on, carrying too much, there's too much happening, and feeling a little bogged down, I guess would be the word. Yeah. To the King of Wands. Having that, I love this King of Wands because she's female. But the creative spark that has now birthed into an idea and watching it unfold, watching it take place. And then it kind of takes a life of its own, right? Like we have this spark of an idea, usually like the Ace of Wands, right? And then we carry it through to the 10, we complete it, right? And then the page plans for it. The knight moves things around, the queen nurtures it, and then the king puts it into action. So when we put this thing into action, it tends to take on a life of its own, and then things start to develop that you had not necessarily planned for. But you're keeping your eye on it and watching it grow and evolve into an energy all of its own. I like that. Having those things, it's kind of like, that's a lot of cards. It's kind of like having a child that's grown up, right? And you get to watch, you have all these things that you teach the child, and then the child ends up learning its own belief system. That's a lot of cards too. I don't know what's going on today. Maybe it's me. So my pattern's off, right? Because it's a little bit earlier. I haven't had my coffee yet, and that's okay. But yeah, so having that idea, that creative idea, start its thing. And then we get the Five of Pentacles. When we have this new thing happening, sometimes we have to change our community, and that can make us feel left out. Sometimes that can make the other people feel left out. So I think this is both sides of the equation. If the energy is the Pentacles, then we don't know what's going on the other side of that window, right? We assume it's inside, but I don't see a door. It could be the same picture on the other side. We don't know. But feeling somewhat left out, feeling like we have maybe some poverty, some isolation, right? I don't think Pentacles necessarily are money. I think it's energy, but somebody's pulling energy away, and we feel the loss, right? The grief and the loss of that. But we have to feel that. Like, I was telling my group this week, we're never taught how to deal with grief. I don't know that anything else is probably how do I want to say this? So there are some children, right, that I don't know, if they lose a toy or something like that, and the parents just buy another one, right? So they're not taught to feel to sit with that grief, and it is grief, right? Any sort of loss is grief, and then potentially they don't lose any people in their lives until they're adults. So this whole 18 to 20 years, they've never had to feel the grief, feel the loss, and move through it. So then when it does happen as an adult, they're completely blindsided by it, and then this can happen. Right, this can happen. They can feel like the whole world is ending and so forth. It's grief. I can't think of another word for it, but grief and loss, and feeling that. And if we're birthing new ideas and setting down burdens, there's going to be a grief, right? Because we lose the burdens, right? There's going to be a lightness that's felt, but there's also going to be a sense of loss. When we set the idea in motion and it takes on a life of its own, it doesn't do what we thought it should do, there's going to be a sense of grief and loss. To the Five of Cups, that's double fives, seeing what we've lost instead of seeing what remains, right? Keeping our eye on the loss again itself instead of what remains. And then the Wheel of Fortune. To every ending, there's a new beginning. We cannot have a new beginning without something else ending. So we have to honor the ending, right? We have to honor the ending. We've got two fives that depict change, and change by definition would mean the birth of something new and the loss of something old. We can't live in the loss forever. We've got to turn around and pay attention to what still remains, right? We can't be isolated forever. At some point, we have to get warm. We have to get a jacket. The Wheel of Fortune says you have the power to decide when that's going to turn, right? What is the advice for today? What's the advice for today? Advice for today. What is our advice for today? Advice. There we go. The moon. More will be revealed. And the sun. How cool is that? So look at what's there. Know that something new is coming. I like the juxtaposition of the way the cards are coming out. More will be revealed under the light of the moon. And when it is revealed, it will be the sun, right? It's going to be the happiest card. It's going to be, you're going to understand the loss to the new beginning, right? You grieve the loss, and then we celebrate the new beginning. I love that. Love that. Couldn't have picked two better cards for that. What you don't see coming is justice at the bottom of the deck. Justice being that exactly perfect balance, right? There's a balance that exists between the moon and the sun. There's a balance that exists between the Wheel of Fortune even, right? Because it's going to constantly turn. It's always going to be in balance. When things are not in balance, then the part that we're missing feels foreign, and it feels as if it's wrong because it's just not something we're used to. And so we need those things to balance out. We need them to finally come to where the truth comes out. We need to know that there's cause and effect. We could consider that a level of karma, because karma is nothing more than consequences. But knowing that that's coming, right? Justice, the scales of justice are always ending up in a balanced state. Now, whether we can recognize it, whether we can feel it, whether we can understand it, that's on us. But the scales of justice always end up balancing themselves out. One might say karma, right? If karma is always balanced out, then we don't always see how it's balanced out because we can't see everything, right? We are not the creator. We are not God. Well, we are, but you know what I mean? We're not consciously able to see that yet. We're supposed to remember that. That's what we came here to do. We're trying to get a This Might Help card, but we're running out of time. There we go. The Mask, which could be, is exactly the moon. And then the Stormy Sea. The tumultuous waters and moving into calmer waters. But with two moon cards, I'm seeing that more will be revealed, and sit tight. Know that better things are coming and on the way, and calmer waters are on the way. All right, guys, take care. We'll chat tomorrow.